today we're going to work on walk and some of the things that restrict walk, and a lot of it is ankle mobility. So we're going to work on ankle mobility as it ties into hip mechanics. So that's where we're going to start. It's going to be super straightforward, but we're going to start with stance, feet parallel, hips width. Here's your ASIS, here's your pubic symphysis. Hips width apart is that space in between, so it's much more narrow than you think. You're going to push down with your big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head. So make sure you're not on the inside of the big toe, which often happens and leads to bunions. Get on top of the toe, getting full contact of the big toe.
Put her there.
Then the outer four toes and the corresponding metatarsal heads. But most importantly, that pinky toe. And finally, your heel. 1/3 the weight is going to go through the balls of your feet. 1/3 the weight's going to go through your toes. And 1/3 the weight through your heels. Okay? Then we're going to slightly bend their knees, externally rotate. We're going to do shock absorption in the lower half of the body. And we're going to create lift in the upper half of the body to get that athletic ready posture. And to just get everyone set into this position, we're going to do a little squatting here. Just a tiny little squat. Make sure those knees go straight forward, straight back. Weight is on all those toes. Keep the abs engaged, shoulder blades down and back. And now we're going to talk about chakras. First chakra is your pelvic floor. I want you to fire that up. Second chakra is your lower abs. You're going to engage that. Third chakra is your upper abs. You're going to close up that rib cage as you draw your shoulder blades down and back. Keep all those toes down. Smiles are up. Feet are parallel like you're on a set of skis. And now you're going to feel if you have any restriction on those ankles. Because if you do, you're going to put excessive work into your knees, and that's why we're working on this. Smiles are up. And good. So here's where we start. We're really going to look at ankle mobility as you put your heel down. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Feet are parallel. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're going to start out by pumping the hips forward. The block is underneath your left foot. Just keep everyone uniform.
Keep the pelvic floor lifted, abs engaged, chest up, smile up.
Close up that rib cage and just pump forward. This is opening up a muscle. Gastroc crosses both the ankle and the knee. How many is that?
10.
Okay, now we're going to get the soleus. You're going to bend and straighten your knee. This is going to open up the soleus. The soleus only crosses the ankle joint.
Try to make sure that your knee is aligned with your second toe. So tracking straight, it's not collapsing medially.
None of this.
Keep breathing.
Keep for a second with your chakras on. Smiles are up. Okay, then you're going to take your foot back behind you. Keep your feet parallel, so don't turn out that rear foot, Annie. Okay, and now you're going to bend and straighten your leg. We're further mobilizing your ankle. It's just a really simple stretch, but very important because if you can't do it, you're going to compromise work into your knee.
So in this position, it's easy to kind of let go of your pelvic floor and sink into, but try to keep everything lifted.
Smiles are up.
What happens if my back foot's not
You get into bad habits of walking with your foot turned out and you'll start developing bunions.
going in the back?
Uh-huh.
And a flat butt.
Yeah, and a flat butt because you're using your butt incorrectly.
10.
Okay, here we're going to mobilize even more. You're going to bring your heel up as high as you can and heel back down to the ground. Heel up, abs nice and tight. If you do this correctly, you should feel this in your quad and your butt. You should not feel pressure in your knee because we're working muscles and not joints. Chest up.
10.
Okay, we're going to switch sides. We're going to start from the very beginning, or as my friend would say, the first beginning.
Versus the second beginning.
Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy, create that body shape. First, second, third chakras are on, your heel is down. We're going to pump those hips forward. So you can feel how this gastroc, which we're stretching, can influence your upright posture and cause you to round your shoulders. So people with bad upper body posture have tight calves. Smiles are up.
Keep breathing.
Keep your abs engaged. Relax your hands.
10.
Okay, bend and straighten your knee now. Make sure you can mobilize that ankle. Otherwise, you will have knee problems. Yeah, and that will happen. And so you have to transfer work elsewhere. That'll be your knee and your big toe if you can't get it into your ankle. Abs are engaged. Don't let your tummy go. Is that 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take your leg back behind you. As you do the same thing, just bend and straighten. Keep the rear foot parallel, so turn that even more. There you go. And then heel down on the rear foot. It's also teaching us alignment, which is nice. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy.
10.
That's 10. Okay, we're going to lift up our heel high and lower it back down. This is functional mobilization. Keep your abs engaged. You should feel this in your quad and your butt, not in your knee. Chest up. Suck in your tummy. So you see how much posture is a factor in all of this. High heel.
10.
I knew it. Okay, we're going to switch sides. We're going to curl the toes under. We got to get the other side of the foot as well. Your toes are curled under. Abs are nice and tight. We want the knee over the top of the foot still. So we don't want this, but we want this. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to squat and then come back out. Obviously, the majority of weight is in your standing leg. That's your right leg. Keep breathing. Keep connected. This prevents you from breaking your toes. This is something that we need to learn how to do.
10.
Okay? Then we're going to step forward, put that foot back behind you. And all you're going to do is bend and straighten your leg. Bend and straighten. It'll cause your hips to move. Keep your abs engaged. Straight leg. Just straighten your right leg, or left leg, sorry. Yeah, I'll show you. There you go. So you're going to bend your leg, and then you're going to straighten your leg. There you go. And since I'm here, I will help Annie. Go ahead, straighten your leg, Annie. Straighten your leg, Annie. Okay.
Okay.
And then we're going to switch sides. Toes under. Abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. This is all functional movement, so unless you practice it, you will lose this. So we have to practice. Abs are nice and tight. Booty comes out. Majority of work is in your left leg. Smiles are up.
10.
Okay, then we're gonna walk forward. Then you're gonna bend your knee, straighten your knee, bend your knee, and your hips will move. Yes. Abs are nice and tight. Where you work on your boom chicka boom. Abs are nice and tight. Boom chicka boom chicka boom. I will help you guys, especially Annie. Go ahead, Annie, bend and straighten your leg. There we go. No convulsing, just bend and straighten your leg.
Okay.
Okay, shake it out. We do our first little check-in. We're going to do a forward fold. As you do your forward fold, what should we do, Maria?
Okay. So think of your feet as having a tripod. The big toe and the ball mount, the outer four toes and the ball mount, and the heel. Those are the 3 points of your tripod. Ground that to the mat and try to lift the arches of your feet. As you lift those arches, pull that energy through the inner thighs, lifting up the pelvic floor. Engage your lower abs and squeeze those abs to bring your upper body lower to the ground.
So now from here, we're going to do sit-ups. You're going to suck in your tummy and try to pull yourself closer to the ground. You're not letting go of muscles, you're pulling. So this is not a bounce. This is like a sit-up towards the ground.
Keep lifting the energy through the arches, inner thighs, pelvic floor, lower abs. Keep breathing.
Okay, we're gonna come into the recovery position, so bend your knees, hands go on your knees. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna do sit-ups here. You're gonna tighten your pelvic floor, tighten your abs. Close up your rib cage, suck in your tummy, and then release. Suck in your tummy, release. Don't round your shoulders, don't look at the ground. Smiles are up.
As you exhale, try to feel that pubic bone getting closer to your belly button sucking towards your spine.
These are sit-ups. Not all sit-ups are done on your back.
Okay.
Okay, now we come back up. We're gonna take the block and put it underneath your left foot. Right leg goes back behind you. This time we will be on tiptoe in the rear foot. Abs are nice and tight, so your heel's up off the ground, your feet are parallel. Annie, abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy. Knees over the top of your foot, abs are nice and tight. We're gonna start out with our sit-ups once again, suck in your tummy, and then release. Lean forward, see the angulation that Maria has? It's heel all the way to head. Abs are nice and tight, suck in that tummy, suck in that tummy.
So try to feel the energy pushing out from the heel of the back foot, and then the crown of your head reaching out, elongating the back side of your neck.
Okay, and then now we're gonna hinge. You're hinging from your butt, you're using your quad and your glute max. We are not using our low back. So we're going forward and then coming back up. We're using muscles and not joints. So if you feel this in your low back, you need to tighten your abs more and push your hips back. Reach forward more, Annie. There you go. Abs are nice and tight. So we're trying to elongate the spine and work the butt muscles and the quad muscles. What number is that?
10.
Okay, staying in this position, this is going to be weird. Remember where your right foot is. You're going to lift up your right foot, put it back down without moving your head. Your knee is bent, knee is aligned with the foot. Suck in that tummy. You should feel a lot of work in your butt cheek. Good, let's switch sides. Okay, this is about mobilizing the ankle while we're doing functional work. So when you're hiking and your heel drops down, you don't have to crash. Rear foot is parallel, rear heel is off the ground, abs are nice and tight. You're gonna hinge forward slightly, abs are nice and tight, shoulder blades are down and back, knees over the top of the foot, and you're doing your sit-ups. Suck in your tummy and then release.
Energize everything on the back side of your body, shooting that energy out from the back heel all the way out through the crown of your head.
Smiles are up. Okay, here we go. Hinge forward, that's okay. And come back up. Abs are nice and tight. You should feel the work in your glute max and your quad, not your back. If you feel it in your back, you need to straighten your spine, tighten your abs, push your hips back. Keep that front knee over the top of your foot. Okay, abs are nice and tight. Here we go. We're gonna lift lower that rear leg, putting it back to the same place every time your head doesn't move. Functional work. This is why with time people don't like running, because they forget how to do this. A number?
10.
I knew that, see? I'm just pointing that out to Gillen.
I think I'm on 7.
Okay, we better start counting out loud then.
Once again, feet are parallel. Just see what it feels like. Abs are nice and tight, pushing down with all the toes. Shoulder blades are down and back, hip circles. Try to move your hips without moving your head. So it's not this, that's called gyrating. So we want just hip circles. Suck in that tummy, move from your abs. Relax your hands.
10.
Opposite direction. Don't worry, we'll get there. Okay?
8,
Okay.
9, 10.
Okay, fine. You're gonna take your left leg back behind you. We're gonna now do all our old exercises. Abs are nice and tight, front knee is bent. Now we're gonna really see what it's like to use your butt and your quad, stabilizing your abs, working your lats. Arms go back behind you. We're gonna hinge forward and then come back up. Nice and slow, work those muscles. This is how little we use our glute max, and that's why over time we get the flat butt-itis. Suck in your tummy.
5. Really, really fire up that back quad. Pressing the front of your thigh towards the back.
What number is that?
9 and 10.
Okay, staying in this position, all you're gonna do is sweep your leg across midline. Here's the tricky part, both feet have to be parallel. Abs are nice and tight, front knee is bent. This time your knee is not necessarily over the top of your foot. Abs are nice and tight, hands go back behind you. This position you use more than you think. In case you bowl or play pickleball.
Keep your abs sucked in.
Rear heel is off the ground. Majority work is on that right butt cheek. Suck in that tummy.
9,
Smiles are up.
10.
Okay, then we're gonna come to the outside. This is the one we use a lot. So this is for picking stuff up off the ground. Shoulder blades are down and back, no work into your low back. You're gonna reach down and come back up. It's like you're reaching with your left hand to touch the ground. Keep both legs turned out in this process. Keep your pelvic floor on, suck in your tummy, no pressure in your low back. Right leg is still forward. Yeah. We haven't switched yet. Smiles are up. So the challenge here is what are you gonna do for the next 6 weeks as you learn how to do this? What's gonna change? And to do this for at least 6 to 8 weeks.
9 and 10.
Okay, switch sides. You might feel your butt a little bit, which is a good thing. Left leg forward, right leg back. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Okay, arms go back behind you.
Really try to feel that board behind your back. Your back leg is fired up, extending that energy through the back heel, all the way through the crown of your head, elongating the back side of your neck. And
Here we go. Forward and back up again. Abs are nice and tight. It is harder than you think to activate your butt. That's why over a lifetime you lose it.
six, abs in.
She's talking to you guys.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, take that leg across midline. Feet are parallel. The goal here is to fatigue the butt. Notice how the tendency is when your butt feels fatigued to put the work in your low back, keep the work in your butt. Abs are nice and tight, hinge forward, come back up. Suck in that tummy. Visualize the body shape you're creating, visualize the muscle activation, and visualize its usefulness. Oh, say in pickleball.
Keep that back leg really fired up. Nine and 10.
Good. We're gonna take the leg wide to the right. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back, and once again, we're hinging forward. It's like you're picking up something off the ground. Like I said, this is the most useful pattern. Keep the knees turned out.
5. Heel up, back leg fired up.
What number is that?
6,
Oh my goodness. I hear everyone counting now. Everyone's like, 7, 8.
9, and 10.
Okay, we're gonna come back onto 2 feet. Your butt should be super sore. Do a hip circle. Okay.
10.
Opposite direction. Try not to move your head. Okay, now we're going to. All right. 2 more.
10.
Block goes underneath the ball of your left leg. Your roller, you're going to want off to your left, believe it or not. Or wait, is it your right? You'll figure it out as soon as this happens. You're going to cross your. Yeah, you're wanting off to your right.
Yeah.
You're going to cross your, what is this? Right ankle over your left knee, and then you're going to sit down into it, get your spine straight, stick your booty out, chest up. You should feel a stretch in both butt cheeks on this one. Suck in your tummy, chest up.
Keep breathing.
Jaws relaxed. Again, we're working on ankle mobility here.
So really, really try to engage your abs. Squeeze that belly button towards your spine. Lifting that pubic bone towards your belly button. And sink.
And here we go. You're going to straighten this leg. You're going to do a forward fold. Oh. This is a worst case scenario of having to pick up something off the ground.
When your legs up.
When your legs are crossed.
10.
Okay. Stay in this position as you now push your hips forward first, and then take your arm over the top of your head. Suck in your tummy. Core stabilization. Smiles are up. Okay.
9.
Okay, 9,
10.
10. Okay, switch sides.
I will not let you cheat them.
I am
their
not
stretch.
cheating.
No.
Okay. Right foot is on the block. Left ankle crosses over your knee. You're going to sit your butt back and down. Chest goes up. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. We call that one side is tighter syndrome. Abs are nice and tight. Jaws relaxed. Butt is out. Eyes are up. Nothing interesting on this floor. It's gray.
Abs engaged, belly button to spine, pubic bone lifted towards your belly button.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Get it.
And stick your butt out, sink down.
No pressure in your low back because your abs are firing up.
Keep breathing.
And here we go. Straighten that leg out. Ooh, reach down. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. Keep breathing. Ooh, don't push me. I have to go a little longer. Okay, and then now you're gonna come up. You're gonna push your hips forward first, and then take that arm over the top of your head. This is like the ultimate way to say hello to someone. Hello!
We were doing that all morning.
Oh yeah,
10.
So we did our share of smiling.
yes. Okay. See what it feels like to stand now? It should feel a whole lot looser. Backside of you should feel a lot more open. We're going to do it again. We're going to do a forward fold. Oh. This time, if you want, you could use a block, or a block.
And again, try to ground that tripod into the mat, lifting the arches of your feet, connecting that energy, pulling upwards through the inner thighs, lifting pelvic floor.
So the big detail here is that you suck your tummy in instead of using it as an airbag to blow against your thighs.
Relax your neck and shoulders.
Okay. Now into recovery position as you bend your knees, put your hands on your knees. Straighten out your spine, shoulder blades down and back. Once again, we're doing sit-ups, tighten your pelvic floor, close up your rib cage. Now suck in your lower abs. Second chakra to your spine. So lower abs to your spine, navel to your spine. Okay, one last time. We're going to stand up, get your blood pressure. If your blood pressure doesn't feel right, just go back onto your knees. We're going to take our arms over the top of our head, arch in the opposite direction. Keep your abs engaged as you rock from side to side, like you're a tree in your children's winter pageant.
10.
So this dance studio has something really cute that they do. It's the father-daughter dance.
Oh, it's so cute.
But you see how important it is for the daughters that the dads show up, even if the dad is horrible, which we saw. Okay, we're going to go down on your left knee. Your right foot's going to go forward. We're going to work on some of the riding reflexes as we work athletic ready posture. Athletic ready posture is where the lower extremity is bent. You're long through your torso, your head's over the top of the body, not moving. We're going to do hip circles, suck in that tummy. To see how important hip circles are, every athletic motion's hidden in a hip circle. Make sure this knee stays over the top of your foot and doesn't move all over the place.
10.
And then go in the opposite direction. Suck in that tummy and breathe. Smiles are up, not down. No Bill Clinton smiling. It's the most confusing smile on the face of the earth. He sends it down.
10.
Okay. We're going to stretch forward. Abs are nice and tight. Make sure there's no pressure in your low back. If there is, tighten your abs, draw your shoulder blades down and back. And we're going to pump into it deeper and then come out of it. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. You can frown all the rest of the day. You're going to smile now.
10.
Okay. Now, we're going to do hamstring exercise. You're going to stay in this forward position as you bend and straighten that rear leg. Try to get your heel to actually touch your butt. It won't, but try. Suck in your tummy. This again is a reason why people don't like running, because if you lose this ability, running will feel super awkward.
10.
Okay, now you can reach back, grab a hold of that foot, and pull your knee to your bootay. It'll be old time now. Just waiting for everyone. You guys got it? Okay, we're gonna push our hips forward again, suck in your tummy, hip circles. This is gonna stretch open all the divisions of what's called your rectus femoris. Keep your abs engaged. Make sure your hips go to the left as well as to the right. Out, that way, back. Yeah, there you go.
10.
Circles around, opposite direction, since everyone was enjoying that so much. Don't move your head, very important. Smiles are up. Smiling access your prefrontal cortex. So you're smiling, activates something called the prefrontal cortex in your brain, and you form relationships there, okay? Oh yes, have more fun with this. Okay, hands and stick them up. Okay, we're gonna work a little bit of balance as you lift, hold, gently lower. Lift, hold, gently lower. Keep your core on so you don't fall over. If you're falling over, tighten your abs. Don't use your neck. Your abs are not in your neck or your mouth. Smiles are up. There we go.
Nine. 10.
Okay, last thing we're gonna do is point the foot. We're gonna do a stretch forward. Try to pull your hip into the socket as you reach forward. No pain in any joint. This is stretching muscles. So we're working muscles and not joints. Smiles are up. Suck in that tummy. Anything?
7.
7. That was like 22.
10.
Okay, let's switch sides. Same thing on this side. We're looking at and examining the same things. We're making sure that head is over the top of the block. That's the most important thing. Abs are nice and tight. We are going to do hip circles. Keep that head over the top of the block.
What happens if it's not really?
You start falling. It initiates a behavior of being off balance,
10.
which could be quite fun for us, opposite direction. That's why there's a little prank I used to play, more so in Santa Barbara than I do here, is I could tell people got into visual reflex instead of the writing reflex, so they start focusing on anything that's straight. So I let them walk towards me and I'd stand up really straight, and then I'd suddenly lean, and you'd see them fall over.
10.
It's fun to do, you should try it. Push your hips forward, abs are nice and tight. Shoulder blades are down and back. Okay, and then you're gonna stretch into it, stretch out of it. No pressure in your low back. If you feel pressure in your low back, it means you need to tighten your abs. You may feel pressure in the front of your hip. That's the opening of the rectus femoris. That is a correct sound.
This is so painful.
10.
Abs are nice and tight. Keep those hips forward as we bend and straighten that rear leg. These are not the most comfortable movements, and that's why we do them. Because if you don't do them, then you won't have access to them. Suck in that tummy.
That's obvious.
10.
Okay, reach back, grab a hold of that foot. Pull your heel into your butt as you push your hips forward. We'll wait. You almost got it, Gillen. Linda's got it. There you go. Hips forward, hip circles. That's why you were doing that pre-stretch. I saw that. Suck in your tummy. Every athletic motion is hidden in a hip circle, so make sure those hips go over to the right as much as they go over to the left.
Opposite direction.
Okay. Jaws relaxed.
10.
Okay, now we're gonna have some fun. Hands going to stick them up. Here we go, abs are engaged. Lift, hold, gently lower. If you wanna make it even harder, take your rear toes off the ground. Abs. Wanna make it super hard, close your eyes. You don't have to.
9. 10.
Okay, we're gonna switch sides again. Oh wait, we forgot to stretch. Sorry. Take this leg
Oh,
forward.
yeah.
Pull your hip into the socket. Then reach forward. The stretch is in the muscles, not joints, so you shouldn't feel this in your low back, knee, or ankle. Or neck. Suck in that tummy. Visualize the shape change you're creating. Access the muscles the way you want to, so they look the way you want to versus what gravity will have them do. Okay, come back up. We're gonna switch sides. We're gonna do some jumping, but not like you think. You're gonna be on your left knee again. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna sit back into what we call the thinker pose. Think. Abs are nice and tight. Drop your left elbow onto your right knee. Yeah. This is a brain game as much as. Yeah, don't ask me or Maria for directions to our house because what we got, you go left, right, left, and then you turn right at the left, right.
Occupational.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna get ready to jump. You're gonna stay in this low position. If you feel excessive pressure in your metatarsal heads, push your heel back. You shouldn't feel them there. Abs are nice and tight.
Heel back.
We're gonna move. Yeah. We're gonna move with the left arm forward, right hand back, and we're just gonna jump forward, and you're gonna use muscles, not momentum. 2.
Belly button to spine.
3.
Exhale as you come up.
4, Mississippi. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. Switch your hands. Yeah, there you go. No, left hand forward. There we go.
8.
This is contralateral patterning.
9, 10.
Okay. Let's switch sides, just because. You should feel your quads working. Once again, we're in the thinker position. You're bringing your right elbow across to your left side, sucking your tummy. This is twist, very important. Sucking your tummy, that gets your abs. And now you can think. Think, 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 think. And then here we go. We're going to do the opposite side. Right hand goes with your left leg as we jump forward. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. You're using muscles and not joints. Sucking that tummy.
Nine. 10.
Okay. From here, we'll come into kneeling. Kneeling's fun. Okay. In the kneeling
If you
position,
have a hard time, you can put the block.
or the ball underneath you.
Yeah.
So just get here for now. This is for Annie. Chest is up. We're going to lean back. Knees stay together. We're going to do sit-ups here. Sucking your tummy and then release. Sucking your tummy and release. So not all sit-ups are done on your back, especially if they're more functional. Smiles are up. Remember, you're closing wrinkles where there's movement. Okay, that 10?
15.
Why 15?
Waiting for the ab to suck in.
Hey, it's going.
20.
Okay, we're gonna do 10 where your knees are off the ground. Then you stretch the tops of your feet. We do this so we don't break our feet. Suck in our tummy. It's going in. Okay, now you're going to curl your toes under. Counter stretching. Push your hips back as far as you can. If you feel excessive pressure in those metatarsal heads, once again, push your heels back. Okay, we're going to take this back behind us. Knees come together, shoulder blades down and back as you suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. Smiles are up. Ten?
10.
Okay, now push your hips forward. Your butt's off your heels. Suck in your tummy and release. This shouldn't feel like a near-death experience. It should feel like fun, joy, and laughter. In fact, you think about this during the day. I wish I could do this multiple times a day because it's so much fun.
10.
Okay, good. Now we're set up to work the pelvic floor. But just notice how much easier kneeling feels in comparison. Okay, balls on top of block. If you're on the taller side, you could put two blocks on top of your ball. But we're gonna sit on top of it, balls on top. You're gonna
use the gray block. It might,
Yeah.
you might bring it a little bit higher.
Yeah. Balls underneath your pelvic floor. It's midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Your shoulder blades are down and back. Your chest is up. We're going to do sit-ups here. You're sucking your tummy and release. Sucking your tummy and release. Create the body shape that you want, not the one that gravity gave you. Gravity's a terrible gift giver. Oh, gee, thanks. That's what I always wanted. Okay, and now you're going to get the roller and you're going to put it behind your back. Chest is up. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. I know it's going to want to roll forward. We don't want to look like Monday Night Football. We want to bring the shoulder blades down and back, suck in that tummy. And now same thing, sit up, suck your tummy in. This is teaching you good upright posture. The most important thing is get your head over the top of the ball. Smiles are up, even if you have mango trees.
10.
Okay, now we're going to twist. You're just opening up that low back. You don't necessarily move your head, but you know, you can still have a lot of fun. Do you still have mangoes? No. What's such a short season this year?
It's too wet in Honolulu. We never have mangoes. We have mango trees, but no mangoes.
10, 20, actually.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna take this roller out from behind your back. We're gonna put it behind your head. Your hands are gonna go back behind you. This is the hardest part. You're gonna wanna bring your head forward. You're gonna bring your head over the top of the ball. Abs are nice and tight. We're just gonna tell you about shoulder mobility as you twist, 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 twist. That's okay. That's okay. Abs are nice and tight. These are great mobilizations that you'll eventually get.
20.
Okay, go ahead, take this down. We won't do the one that Annie loves so very much. But we will make up with it for wonderful. Interlock your fingers behind your back. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. This is not even about your shoulders, it's about your neck. Keep breathing, keep sucking in that tummy, keep smiling up. Remember to tip your head back. We get in the habit of only doing things in flexion and then we wonder why we look like a shrimp.
Never wondered that actually, but
I do. Why do I look like a shrimp? Why does when I'm on my smartphone I look like a shrimp? Okay, keep those hands behind you. Try to take them away from your butt. Suck in your tummy. We're going to do some pelvic floor exercises. Squeeze your pelvic floor on, suck in your tummy, and then pump your arms away from you. This will help you draw your shoulder blades down and back. This will help you imagine what it would look like if you had no arms. Everyone wonders that once in a while. What would it look like if I had no arms?
20.
Okay, release. Just see what your head now feels like when it moves around. And Maria takes us through our abdominal neck exercises.
Okay, so we're going to start by rotating our head all the way around. Now, as we get the coordination and the rhythm, we're going to tie that in with the abdominal movement. So as your head comes forward into flexion, you're going to engage your lower abs. As you come through the side, you're going to squeeze those obliques. When your head comes into extension towards the back, you're going to engage your upper abs. So as you create that circle with your cervical spine, you're also going to create that circle through your abdomen, around your belly button. Keep breathing. Try to feel and visualize that circle with your head, coordinating with the circle around your belly button.
And this is ultimately what protects your neck, is your abs. So people that get neck injuries from a very low velocity car accident, it's because their abs shut off. Opposite direction.
Opposite direction. Same thing. Try to find the rhythm with the rounding of your head around your... And then coordinate your abdomen, squeezing the lower abs as your head comes into flexion forward, obliques as you come through the side, upper abs as your neck goes into extension. Keep breathing.
It is okay if your ears are popping. That's actually a good thing because you're opening up the eustachian tubes in your ears, retrotracheal airspace, all sorts of wonderfulness is happening.
Okay, now we'll meet back in center.
And take your right foot forward. We're going to work contralateral patterning again. Chest is going up. Grab a hold of your knee first. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. We're going to work sit-ups here. Suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. Just suck in your tummy and release. We're getting ready to run. Shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. Chest is up. We're creating body shape. Okay? Then, left arm forward, right hand back. Your only goal is to get this left elbow over the top of your right knee. Don't bring your knee over, bring your elbow to your knee. Abs are nice and tight. This way you use your obliques. Suck in that tummy.
Exhale as you twist.
Everything we're doing is working good posture. Okay, let's switch sides. Chest is up, grab a hold of your knee. We're doing our sit-ups. Suck in your tummy, release. Suck in your tummy, release. Don't lose track of your pelvic floor. That's when bad things happen. You're at a comedy show and you have to leave early.
10.
Okay, elbow across midline. This is right arm forward, left arm back. Suck in your tummy.
Exhale as you twist.
Chest up.
10.
Okay, now we're bringing both feet forward. Make sure you're on top of the ball, on top of the block, and not sliding off. Hands are gonna stick them up. This is the favorite part. We're gonna work on our volleyball game. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna bounce first here. You can add the Maria variation or you have some fun with this. In case you end up at like a rave or something. It can happen. Happened to me.
You know, if everybody was frowning while doing this, it would be pretty scary.
What's wrong with them? Okay, now arms go up over the top of your head as you bounce. Abs are nice and tight. And same thing. You're gonna pretend Maria and I are at the net blocking. So a bunch of engineers, of course engineers did this, created a system that will block volleyball spikes no matter what. And it's really demeaning training for volleyball players because they can't get the ball over the net. It's just a computer program that puts the arms up every time the ball's headed over to the net. Okay, arms down. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna go into recovery position once again. You should be able to feel your pelvic floor now. Tighten your pelvic floor, close up your rib cage, suck in your tummy. Should be a whole lot easier than before. To see what this feels like. What number is that?
10.
Okay. We're coming to the ground now. You want your big ball now. I'm gonna move the microphone. Ball's gonna go in the small of your back. We're gonna work on your abs. The ball's in the small of your back, your feet are on the ground and parallel. Hands are back behind you. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're gonna elongate your neck, open up your chest. Okay, from here, we're gonna tighten the pelvic floor, close up the rib cage. Now you're gonna use second chakra to pop the ball, your lower abs. So suck in your tummy, try to pop the ball behind your spine. Smiles are up. Yeah, crush it, crush it.
Imagine your belly button sucking towards that ball, pressing down on it. At the same time, you're going to engage your lower abs, shortening the distance between the pubic bone and your belly button.
But keeping your chest open.
All while exhaling as you contract your abdomen.
And smiling up. Okay, now that you got the motion, grab a hold of your knees, continue to do the same thing. We're gonna move on to famous martial art figures in history, shoulder blades down and back. We're gonna do our Bruce Lee punches. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking your tummy. You're gonna punch right, punch left. Your arms don't bend. It's all about your core. And that's why a little guy like Bruce Lee could knock someone out so easily, is that he used 100% of his body weight connected to his core. And he got really fast at doing it. But don't use your mouth. Your mouth is not working because your abs are in your abdomen, not in your mouth. What number are we on?
20.
Oh, God. Straight both legs. What happened to 10?
Do 10 on each side, I mean.
Arms are back behind you. You're sucking your tummy. We're doing the same thing again with straight legs. Suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy, release. Smiles are up. Change the shape of your abdomen, or it's never going to change shape, as I'm finding out.
10.
Okay. Arms are up this time. We're going to go back to our Bruce Lee punches. Sucking that tummy. Change the shape of your abdomen as you twist. Sucking your tummy as you come up.
13, 14, 15, 16,
What happened to
17,
10?
18, 19, and 20.
Arms go back behind you for a moment as you rest. We're getting ready to start walking. Abs are nice and tight. Balls in the small of your back. We're going to go for a walk. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Do not bend your knee to lift your leg up. You have to learn to lift the full length of your leg. Suck in your tummy. Chest up. Smiles up.
10, 11,
Oh, what?
15, 16, 19, and 20.
Okay, good. All right, ball goes in the small of your back now. We're going to counter stretch as you lean back over the top of the ball and rock from side to side. So, if you feel pressure in your low back, that means you use the muscle called the psoas muscle. If you feel pressure in the front of your hips, like right here, you use the muscle called the iliacus muscle. But if you feel tension in what would be your six-pack, that means you use your rectus abdominis, and that's a great thing. Keep rocking from side to side to open things up. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. Okay. Now bend your knees. You're going to put the ball underneath your sacrum. We're going to do some lovely knee motion. Legs will go straight up in the air after we do some toe motion and ankle motion. Spread your toes and then bring them together. Do this without using your hands or your nostrils. Open your toes, close your toes. Open your toes, close your toes. Notice one foot does it better. Notice if you're doing the Spock thing where only two fingers are opening up.
10.
Okay? And now we're going to do the ankle thing. You're going to pump your ankles. Toes to nose, toes to ceiling. If you want, you can alternate it because it's fun. But we're going to do this until it feels like your calves are cramping and your shins are cramping. Because what's happening is our feet are above our head, so blood is not automatically going to our feet. Keep breathing. Did we lose music? Or did you get a phone call?
I think I'm getting a call.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Abs are nice and tight. Just keep pumping. Oh, yep. Pump, pump, pump. This is working the gastroc, but mainly the soleus to train it back into its normal function of getting blood back to your heart. The soleus is considered the second heart, and that's why we're working it. Okay.
Where's the soleus?
Soleus is deep in the calf muscle here. So it's one of the calf muscles. Okay, now we're gonna have some fun. You're gonna drop your heels to your butt, and there should be no pressure in your knees as you do this repeatedly. If you do, figure out what muscles you have to tighten up to stabilize your knees. So that's either your quads, your hamstrings, or your calf muscles. There are only 3 muscles across that joint. Maybe if you're really knowledgeable, you can work the popliteus muscle. But mainly the quads, the hamstrings, and the calves. Okay, now we're going to take it into a really slow motion walk, one leg at a time, no pressure in the knees, because this is non-gravitational, so there shouldn't be any pressure in the knees. Notice if you're breathing or not, and then start. And then we're going to take it up to a little trot. And then we're going to take it up to a run. Let your heels hit your butt. Keep your abs engaged. And then we're going to double time. We're going to run like Gillen. Fast. 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1. Legs go straight against the ground. Rock from your hips from side to side. Once again, if you feel pressure in your low back, it means you used your psoas. If you feel it in the front of your hips, it means you used your iliacus. But if you feel it in the front of your abdomen, you have chosen wisely. You activated your...
wraps around, right?
Uh-huh. Goes from your spine to the front of your hip, across your pelvis. Okay, put the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop out as your knees bend. Abs are nice and tight. We're doing our last sit up here. You're just gonna suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. Keep breathing. Okay, bend your knees. Lift your booty up off the ground. Take the ball out from underneath your back. Mari's gonna switch out the music as we go on top of our rollers. Ugh. Should we do a quad stretch?
Sure.
Okay. Sit on the very end of your roller. You can have your blocks handy if you have short arms like me. Okay, we're gonna stretch the quad so you can take one foot back behind you.
When you look over, it's like, oh.
It's Linda's favorite stretch. Abs are nice and tight. So you only go as far back as it feels safe. So if this is as far as you get, that's fine. Or if you're way up here, that's fine. But you're gonna go back as far as it feels safe. No position is better than any other position. It's just wherever you get the stretch. Eventually, if you can lean back. You don't have to get there. But just breathe. This opens up your quad muscles. This opens up and pumps out any inflammation you may have around your knees. Now, if you want to, you can lean over to your right side, and that puts more stretch into that quad. And if you want even more stretch, you could cross your left ankle over the top of your right knee as you lean over to the right. Oh. Suck in your tummy. So the music has changed, so you know this is towards the end of class and you have made it.
This is a peaceful stretch.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is you haven't died music. Oh, just stretch. So one of the things besides ab connection, quad connection, and butt connection that we've worked on is we see how much we accidentally use our mouth to stabilize, causing a frown down instead of a smile up. And the muscles of the face directly affect the prefrontal cortex in the brain where most of consciousness occurs. So we read our own body language in other words. So our ability to stand up straight, ability to function through our knees, and our ability to smile have a huge impact on our sense of well-being. Okay? Several options of coming out of this. One, you could flop onto your left side. Two, you could just bring your legs forward. And three, you could sit back up again to reset your now left leg into the bent position. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. And we're going to go backwards as far as it feels comfortable. So if that's as far as you get, that's wonderful. If you get further, that's great too. Nothing's better. It's just wherever you're at. Whenever you hit your maximum, whatever position it is, you can lean over to the left. If you want to make it even more intense, you could cross your right ankle over your left knee. Yes. God is in Linda's quad. Abs are nice and tight. Remember, today is a good day. This is a day you did things that you normally don't do, and at least you know you have access to them, or you're going to figure out what you need to work on. Things do get better. There's something called the SAID principle, specific adaptation to imposed demand. That means as you stress the body adapts. That's why we get calluses when we lift weights or, use our hands. This is why when you exercise, your muscles get stronger. Okay? Oh, that's fine. Those are all the correct noises.
Music to our ears. We're
Yes.
doing the right thing.
Yeah, Michael likes it.
It is the correct sounds.
Pain and suffering.
Love it.
There's that one.
Usually I won't be so loud, but I haven't done this in a while.
Okay. Now you're just going to bring your feet out, lay flat back on the roller. Hands go flat on the ground. There was a movie called Baron von Munchausen, and there's this scene where I think it was some kind of emperor or something. He had the organ of pain, and it was an organ with people, and when the guy hit the key on the organ, it poked a person, and they screamed out in a certain key, and he made music from it.
Oh my God.
Abs are nice and tight, feet are parallel. Just feel what it feels like to breathe, because now you're in athletic ready posture. Your feet are parallel, your knees are over tops of your feet, your knees are bent. You're long through your spine, and your head's over the top of your body. There's something called the tentorium cerebri, which is in the brain. That's the membrane in the brain, or the diaphragm that supports the brain up. You're stacking that over the top of your pelvic floor. And then lastly, you're going to breathe. So this tells you that good athletic ready posture is inches away from good meditative posture. And that's why we want to access athletic ready posture, because it brings us closer to meditation throughout the day. Just breathe. The goal in life is to work from your center out. And you want to take that center and out into the world. But if you do it in reverse, if you take the elements of out in the world into your center, you'll literally rip yourself to pieces. But if you take it from your center out, you'll find balance, you'll find harmony, you'll find the ability to move, and more importantly, you'll find meditation. So breathe. So you guys stay on top of your roller. I'm going to come off to bring you guys home. Feel that elongation of your spine and the springiness of your lower extremities. Feel the balance of your center. Release all the things that trouble your mind. Breathe in clarity. Exhale out anything that's toxic. Exhale out injury. Inhale in healing. Then gently roll off your rollers onto your back and see what the ground feels like underneath you. If you've done everything correctly, you're going to feel like you're laying in a groove, and that's because your back stabilizers have turned back on to stabilize. And your hips and legs are ready to move. You guys have done an amazing job. And on behalf of Maria and me, we'd like to say thank you for being here, being willing and open, doing the crazy things we ask you to do, and supporting us. Thank you, and namaste.
Namaste.